So the United Kingdom has announced the first two climate infrastructure projects in Egypt and Senegal that will kick off its $2 billion Room to Run guarantee for the African continent. The Sovereign Guarantee Agreement was signed between the African Development Bank and the UK back in May 2022. The Room to Run sovereign transaction was structured with the intention of scaling up the Afdb's commitments to climate finance by up to $2 billion in order to support African countries' efforts to meet their respective nationally determined contributions.
Today's announcement is significant. We're looking forward to seeing how this risk financing helps these first projects reach measurable outcomes and impact the communities we serve. The program in Senegal is expected to benefit 1.45 million people, and about half of those women. Here in Egypt, the benefits of the Gabel al-Asfa are expected to reach 5 million people. The support provided by the United Kingdom and private insurers in this risk transfer arrangement will allow the bank to reduce the risk capital currently consumed by its sovereign operations. This creates headroom for new lending operations in priority sectors, particularly in climate finance, to help support more mitigation and adaptation projects across the African continent.
As you know, Senegal is part of the Sahel, and all of you know that the Sahel is really the epicenter of climate change. Senegal has a very ambitious national development plan, and our national development plan called Plan Sénégal Émergent has a critical pillar, which is access to water for all. And this project contributes to that. Since the COP in Glasgow, I think a lot of the African countries are saying that the partners are not walking the talk. And I think today the UK is showing that the commitment to provide climate finance is real, and the amount is showing scale, because we're talking about $2 billion.
We're very happy today. We're witnessing this with all of you. Room to Run is an extremely important initiative that the UK government is taking, creating more headspace for an important MDB, the African Development Bank, to be able to engage more with countries on projects related to adaptation. We saw today for Senegal there's a project. For Egypt, we are continuing our Gabal al-Asfar project. This is water recycling, extremely important. The initial phase has benefited 12 million citizens. With this new phase, 80 million euros from the UK through the program Room to Run. 5 million more will be benefiting from this. This is an example of multilateral engagement, but through bilateral financing. Extremely important, and it also reflects country ownership. Egypt owns these projects. These are projects which are very much in line with our country strategies for climate action, and we're very happy with the work we're doing with the African Development Bank, and want to thank the UK government for this initiative. And of course, we're here at the city of Sharm el-Sheikh, the city of peace, hosting the annual meetings of the African Development Bank. Thank you very much.
So this has been an excellent meeting. It was a chance for Britain to put forward quite a clever device which enables more lending to be made by the African Development Bank. And we saw tonight from the two ministers from Egypt and Senegal how this money will be used to provide clean water and sanitation for people in both those two countries. And Britain is very proud of its work through the African Development Bank, to be a very staunch supporter of the bank, and to make sure that projects like this, which transform people's lives, are able to take place.